Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Friday night horror stream. Doing a biggie this week. One of the best horror movies of last year. A rewatch for me because I did see it in cinemas, I should say. Really enjoyed it. And it's just come to streaming, so Heretic tonight. I think we'll start the movie about 11 at the top of the hours. Give some people some time to roll in. It's just under 2 hours. I got it paused on the A24 logo. So anyone watching, get it lined up there. See. Doo-doo. Milner. Doo. Mm-mm. About 10 minutes till I start the movie. Few Pringles. Hey Clement, welcome. How are you? Really? Not heard of it? That's funny. It was one of the big sort of horror, I guess I'd say indie hits of last year. Like it wasn't necessarily a mainstream release or like a massive release, but it got a lot of like buzz and headlines. So yeah, I'm surprised you've not heard of it. I saw it in the cinema, and I do recommend it. It's very good. It's on Prime UK, so you'll have to check if it's on Prime where you are. If not, there's a good chance it will be streaming somewhere. Another 2 or 3 minutes, I think, then I'll make a start on the film. And no surprise what the movie watch will be next week, because the stream is already up. Because, of course, it's Friday the 13th. So that will mean the next Friday watch, which happens to be the insane Jason Takes Manhattan, Part 8, which will be a first time watch for me. But I hear it's insane. I hear fun things. So that will be next week. Next Friday, yeah. Also, because it's Shark Month, I'm planning on watching quite a few shark-related movies. The plan is, don't quote me on this, but the plan is to basically watch pretty much at least most of the Jaws movies. It is next week. The stream is already up for that. Hopefully, Clement, yeah. At least 3 of the 4. But hopefully all 4 of the original series. I think there's 4. Because Jaws the Revenge, I think, was the 4th one. I've seen the first 2. I've seen the one that was in 3D, which I'm guessing was free, because I think it's just called Jaws 3D. And then the 4th one was Jaws the Revenge, I think, the one with Michael Caine. I've seen bits of that one. I've not seen it all the way through, I don't think. But it's been years since I've seen the second one. I mean, actually, I saw the 3rd one in the last few years, I think. So that one I've seen more recent. But it's been years since I've seen the second one. And I'm not sure if I've seen Revenge all the way through. I think I've seen bits of it. If I have seen it, it's been a very long time for that one. Okay, it's about time to make a start on the movie, I think. Maybe some people will join them later. But I've got it on the A24 logo. And we'll make a start. 3, 2, 1, go. I saw this in the cinema with my mum last year, and she liked it, but I was a bit uneasy at first because of the 2 girls talking about like masturbation at the start. Luckily, she had nodded off a bit at the time and then woke up. But she did like it. Yeah, I forget the team, or forgot the team of Beck and Woods were involved. I'm not sure if I love that, the fact that they're having this conversation and the bench they're sitting on says who says size doesn't matter. I don't know if it's a little bit on the nose, but it's quite funny. It's not what most people would get out of that moment, but it takes all sorts. Oh, that's a really nice shot of them dragging the bikes up those steps. Up that big hill. Even though I'm quite, oh, there they go, back down them again. Even though I'm quite cynical of being cornered on the street by anyone trying to sell me anything, really, let alone religious people, this opening bit does do a good job of making me sort of feel sorry for them. Just think about that. People still do the pants thing in 2024, apparently.
baptism.
So by the sounds of it, this is quite a big step up from this duo's last film. Because they did that sci-fi movie 24, which I never saw, but I didn't hear great things about it.
I'm Sister Paxton, and this is my companion, Sister Barnes. Are you Mr. Reed?
Oh yeah, hello to you. Hello. Wait, you are Paxton, you are Barnes.
Oh no, Paxton. Mr. Reed, it's so nice to meet you. Finally, we were just in the area, and we wanted to stop by because you mentioned you might be interested.
Even that creepy checkered shirt or jumper would give me the willies.
Mr. Reed, we would like to give you this booklet as it will help you understand the restoration.
I actually have one already, but you can never have too many.
All the way to Heavenly Father to reveal His gospel. As a part of this plan, God chooses prophets such as Adam, Noah, Abraham, and Moses. Prophets
Okay, oh no, it is very, very wet.
teach about God and receive revelation. They interpret the word of God and preach the gospel to the world. And because of the prophets, you can acknowledge the gospel. Do you have a brown roommate? A roommate? We can come inside unless another one is present, but we can stay out here in the room. That's fine. It's just for safety. We don't mind the rain.
Oh, my wife is supposed to that come?
Yeah, perfect.
When you said roommate, I panicked. I've never roommates. Anyway, I have a soulmate, and that is good enough.
Oh, that's great. You love the time you meet your wife.
And then come on in.
Hey,
You like pie?
yeah.
My wife has pie in the oven.
But there's so much weight on my mission. People are always giving us treats. I never seem to turn them down.
Well, my wife loves to bake. May I take your coat?
I really love pie. I'm super excited. My grandma used to make the best pie.
Okay, well, you and my wife are going to get on very well. Oh, one thing, the walls and ceilings are immaculate. Oh, that's okay.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Well, I will go and check on the snacks. Make yourself at home.
Thank you.
Pretty much the whole movie is in this one location, by the way, Colette. There's a couple of other characters that you see here and there, or a few characters. But for the most part, it's like these three main characters in this house.
My wife is being shy. The pie. The pie is pie.
She has to be in the room with us, too.
Yes, of course, right. I understand. Come on, help you. I think it is good to be religious.
Our work here is done.
No, I just want you to know that before we start.
I think that we would consider that refreshing. Yeah. But sometimes it feels like maybe religion isn't at the center culture anymore. Yeah, over time.
Okay, are you ready to hear about our Heavenly Father's plan for you?
I am. Wait. Where are you going from?
Me, Ogden, Utah. One of 8 daughters. I know it's a and Sister Rogers from Salt Lake City, Philadelphia, originally.
And you're both raised in the church, yeah?
Born and raised.
My mother was a convert, so my dad passed away. We auditioned a few different churches.
should prioritize other investigators. No, I wouldn't say that. I can tell that you are a very spiritually curious person. It's just like Joseph Smith. You know, Joseph investigated many different denominations: Presbyterian, Methodist, Catholicism, and none of them quite fit, which is why Joseph founded our church.
As I understand it, stop me when I go wrong, he was visited in the night by an angel called Moroni, who showed him where he could locate some golden plates near his home. His mysterious transmission on those plates form the basis of this.
Wow! So you read more than we do. No, seriously, we should be more like you, Mr. Reed. Mr. Reed. Pie smells amazing. And now that you've been studying the Book of Mormon,
You can tell she's nervous when she's making puns like Mr. Reed.
is it blueberry pie?
It is blueberry pie.
It's my favorite.
Going back, can I ask, how did your father pass away? I'm sorry, actually, area blueberries. Okay, that's wonderful. Blueberries. Who wouldn't want that?
Little Derek, Derek.
Oh, that's awful. I'm so sorry. I misheard. That is a malicious affliction. I thought you were making a joke about the pie. Sorry. Have you seen any signs of your father since he passed? Has he tried to communicate from the other side?
No.
That's strange. Well, I'm really sorry.
Some really effective close-ups.
Really mixed up.
When I die, I want to come back as a butterfly, just to follow around the people I love. I'll land right on their hand, not their arm, not their head, right on their face, so they know it's me.
Apologies, that is a foible ballad. How do you feel about awkward questions? No, I want to ask an awkward question, an insensitive question that I think will add depth to our conversation. Very quickly before the sun goes down and we're going to leave. But only if you're comfortable with that.
Well, we won't know if we're comfortable until you ask.
That's the point.
Maybe just ask.
Okay.
If you don't ask, I'm gonna leave here wondering what we missed out on.
Very well. My question is this. And now I feel built up to slightly request a drum roll. I'm going to request a drum roll. A drum roll, please. Ladies. Where are you going? More. Now, I my question. How do you feel about the concept of a man having multiple wives?
I mean, it's not for me.
Are you asking from a biblical perspective?
Mormonism has a controversial history with the misogynist practice of maintaining multiple wives, but I'm fascinated by the idea of modern revelation, which was used to embrace this behavior from the church in 1890. I just think that's worthy of conversation. Yeah. And what I mean by that
know that it may be difficult to understand, but polygamy was the spiritual mission needed at the time in order to grow the ranks of our membership in the wake of much hardship and bloodshed. Men had to be for wives and more needed now for community to grow.
Yeah, I sketch for sure.
It was removed from the church not just because it was grotesque and controversial, but just because it was necessary.
Does his mug say hubby? I think it does. That's pretty funny.
Loud language. I worry that Joseph Smith used the concept of polygamy to legitimize his affairs with other women. I worry that Joseph's wife Emma Smith was upset when he suggested they held that their 16-year-old would. I worry that he formulated a plan to use revelation for consequence-free sex in the aftermath of that expression and others like. With great power comes great responsibility.
Spider-Man.
Voltaire. I guess what I was supposed to do is my concern that polygamy has no spiritual bearing.
I forgot about that gag. That's brilliant.
Discussion, I think, that the church's own history corroborates and implies its cynical, brainwashing tactic.
True.
I'm sorry, I'm not sure where you're getting this.
If revelation by God is true to man, and man is flawed, and man sins, and man lies, then how do we know any of it's true?
You know, it's true because of how it makes us feel.
Bingo. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Couldn't agree more. It's our personal relationship with God which matters.
Let's talk with our bishop about some of the points you're raising.
Question. What's your favorite fast food?
Try not to eat it.
None of us do before. We've all got one.
Okay. Burger King is better than Carl's Jr., which is better than Hardee's on the East Coast. Burger King is better than Hardee's, which is better than Rally's, which is Checkers. Burger King is better than Hardee's, which is better than Checkers, which is better than Wendy's, which is better than In-N-Out, which is better than McDonald's, which is better than
This is such a relatable thing now for young people to be doing, ranking their fast food joints. Not just so young people,
All right, so
I'm sure.
Burger King is number one.
I think it's fresh.
Not Jack Box.
Although Wendy's, I could support.
Good. When did it? You know, I've never had a Wendy's. Okay, my fault. So, when I started studying theology, the last thing I wanted to do was find the Wendy's of religions. I was just writing a research paper for a college class, and I was content with dabbling. So, some nuggets here, BK, whatever, fits the motion. As I studied the genres, like BBK, i.e., Mormonism, Scientology, Islam,
Genres.
as I got closer to God through genre and rigorous study, as I worked on my personal relationship with God, and I think strengthened it.
How do you like that? There's no ads. Normally, if you're watching something on Prime, there's at least one ad.
By the time I was 50, I was malnourished from fast food in particular.
I think there might have been one at the start, I'm not sure.
Every sect, cult, creed, denominational claim to the one true doctrine, and yet none seem true when held under a microscope. So I like what else was out there. I promise you, the last thing I wanted to do was find the one true religion. But unfortunately, I did.
Can we be your wife? Please.
Yes.
She just has to be present, and we want to meet her.
I'll go ask.
Victim Village who left us any messages?
Nothing.
Okay, let's just politely wrap this and head back.
Just the highlights.
Sorry about that. Come on through, you can get
One moment, Mr. Reed. We're just getting a call from the village study president. We'll be right there.
you in a minute?
Hi, this is Sister Barnes.
I'll wait on
One
the other
moment.
side.
Thank you. Outside, someone. She doesn't come. She's in my closet. It's so here comes. Yeah. I don't know, Dewey. Walk back with that goes in my door. It's not 2 miles. I swore. It's a full of stuff. I'm fine. I don't want to. Still there. I'm asking for help. You can do this. You're crazy. Guys, it's not okay. Elder, can you just let me know where we are?
Oh, they're snowed in. Man. Normally snow would be great news. Not this time. Oh man, that is creepy.
And there they are.
Mr. Rudy, I've been too generous with your time. Mr. Paxton and I were just saying what a pleasure it's been. But we just got off the phone with Sister Hall and she needs us to attend to church.
Oh. I won't keep you if you wish to leave.
We send someone back.
Damn it, we were just getting started, but you had me thinking that maybe you were onto something with your visit. I've been impressed, but I understand. Yeah, your coats are here hanging on the back of that. Excuse me one moment.
So, can we just need your help with the door? It's a little tricky.
Sorry?
I think your door's a bit stuck out there.
The door went open.
Front door.
Yeah, the front door went open. Yeah.
Something when we came in.
Okay.
If you unlock it, it will open.
No, I understand what you're asking me, but the deadbolts are on a timer. I got carried away with our conversation. I didn't realize the brace had been set. I should have pulled the pin when you came in, but I forgot. So if you are now regrettably ready to leave, you'll have to exit through the back of my house. Just through here.
Or can you just unlock the front one, please? We would like to go that way.
So you don't get turned around and confused when you get outside.
Yeah. It won't open again.
Please, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry. I promise you it's safe to leave this way.
It's a little unusual to have a door that unlocks on a timer.
Their reactions here are so
Yes, I'm worried.
realistic.
And it's so unusual. It can't be unlocked.
No, I know. I am self-aware enough to know how this might look. Old man, young in the house, but I assure you, you are welcome to leave through the back. You saw my house from the outside. Right, so you know it's tiny, but the back of my house is just there. Anyway, I will leave you space to make your decision freely. To clarify, I have been trying very hard to make it a point not to pressure you, so you shouldn't even feel the need to fabricate a story about someone from your ward, according to me. That's just fine. You do what you want.
It wasn't an excuse. They do need us back.
No, I know, but you're saying you took a call with someone from your ward.
No, a moment ago.
But when you get inside out, you will have seen the matter of
What do you mean?
I mean, it's a matter of instruction. Self-organization, so I didn't know it was called. Just to be clear. So you're comfortable. You can totally fine to leave.
Oh, that is a clever touch.
Make excuses
Cheers.
Do you have a preference?
Why would not to be completely weird, but can your wife please just step in the room, say hello, and walk us to the back of the house? I'm not trying to be silly. I promise I'm really not, but there are rules to be followed, and you're a part of them.
I would ask. Can I ask you a question first? Do you still believe that my wife is an expert? Despite all the evidence to the contrary, the scented candle, the absence of another blue-green plant, or have you been politely indulging a lie? If you still believe that she's in there, I'll go ask, but it's something I want you to think about, and maybe think about it in the context of your beliefs. Do you believe in God because somebody told you at an impressionable age that God is real, despite having people despite seeing evidence to the contrary your whole life, when your father lost control of his body? God's plan to ruin his life? Or did you go on believing something that you know is not true, just to give you comfort because you were afraid of what it might mean if it was all a lie? I put the scented candle on the table because I wanted you to think about the things that you believe just because somebody asked you to believe.
Can I use your phone, please?
Honey, I didn't have the telephone.
You have a really beautiful home street. It's like a church in here. Did you build it yourself?
My wife.
We're gonna leave for the back of your house. I don't think
Who?
just like you said, it's okay, which will be. Okay?
That's all.
What is it?
Doesn't look like this goes outside. I think tell that you're regrettably. Should I do it tonight?
Oh, I'm sorry, but didn't you just say a moment ago that you saw the outside of my house? So then you clearly saw the back of my house with the bangs that didn't. So you would know that you have to go in order to go out.
For you and for all of us, if you could help us go home. Because state president, he knows where we are in the war in Fish Valley. And they'll be expecting us.
And there were witnesses, weren't there, Sister Barnes? On the way here, he comes to police officer.
Oh, please, I promise you, you're getting way too worked up.
Right. But I think that we're scared because you lied to him earlier.
Okay. You asked me earlier if you should have a preference between the doors. I think you should. I think it's something you should consider very carefully and then make the right decision. Do you want me to help you? Okay. Then please. Don't stand here. Look at them. It's a simple choice. But it should not be made simply. I need you to reflect very deeply and then make a sincere decision. You have played part of Run's game. Monopoly. Monopoly is currently published in 47 languages. They sell it in over 140 countries.
Yeah, this is the what the fuck is he up to part of the film.
They say over 1 billion people play Monopoly, but I'm guessing that only a fraction of that billion have actually played.
Yeah, I played Monopoly,
Reminds you of something else.
and it sucks.
This is what most people mean when they hear Monopoly. They all see t-shirt avatars, everyone has their favorite Xbox 10 line.
No.
Bless the people, money invested, denominations, companies, the jail. Now, this next part is very important. Have you ever played the 1904 board game called The Mountains Game? It is very nearly identical. Monopoly in every fundamental way. There's the jail, there's free parking, there's fines and fees, there's penalties for land on other people's properties, and the ultimate goal is performing. Monopoly is
That's the thing, you can never recreate this scene quite the second time around, because when I was watching in the cinema, of all the things he could have pulled out, I had no idea it was going to be a Monopoly board. You would never see that coming. He is very old school. He's using vinyl, not a CD or an MP3 or streaming, however you want to say it. Good point.
I disagree. I think you've heard it many times before, but we will come back to that. You are or you not monarchy? edition, Christianity, i.e., Pontifical edition, and Islam. Viewer, second Pontifical edition. May I see the Book of Mormon, please? I'll give it back. Thank you. And finally, after 800 years, this Mormonism, i.e.,
The Bob Ross edition.
these are all iterations of the same source material. These texts share many of the same characters and histories, albeit presented in different perspectives. So, no, I will not accept that you stand there and tell me that you've never heard the Heretic brief by Apollos when I know that you have heard Crook. I know you have. Voice note. Heard of a creek? I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I know these are things you're thinking right now, but they're also lyrics you recognize, yes? Yes? The Hollies filed a plagiarism lawsuit against Radiohead, which they later settled by proving the melody and rhythm of the Heretic theory crew. Probably 19 or 20, something like that. Okay, so maybe you know Lana Del Rey, who remarkably was sued by Radiohead for plagiarizing Creep in her 2017 song, Get Free. Iterations. Over time. Diluting the message. Obscuring. The original. Judaism is the OG monotheistic religion. It should by a wide margin have the most number of practicing members, and yet it makes up only 0.2% of the world's population. Like that. Why is the original less popular than the iteration? Is it any less true than the other? Yes. It has the fewest members because it doesn't advertise. Doesn't have people making it. Knocking on doors. Telling people a better life, a better board game, better song. Did anything like that?
Pardon.
Commissioners are ready to salespeople for an organization. The product you're selling is an idea. You're not the minority yourself. Maybe I buy, maybe I don't buy. Those are the rules of engagement when I invite you into my house. We are negotiating a transaction of ideologies. And what I'm trying to say tonight is that I have
Hey, Tom.
sell.
You alright? I recommend it. It's very good. Very clever. Great performances. It's probably one of those, it's probably best if you know little going into it. If you just know the basic setup, that's probably best. You'll get more out of it that way. Oh, hey Cindy, how are you? Better late than never, Cindy.
Very popular story for at least 1,000 years before Jesus was born. One of that blonde hair on brunette, both dressed similar.
No, never saw that.
That's right. For miracles, he was marked by
It's getting pretty stormy here, Cindy, I've got to say. A bit like outside in the movie. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm enjoying my rewatch. I forgot actually how there are quite a few laugh out loud moments.
or to ignore the fact that all these stories iterate into Star Wars, Episode 1. Finished. Can you imagine thousands of years from now people accepting Jar Jar as a significant figure?
So many pop culture references. Did you like this one, Cindy? I'm assuming you saw it. Are you asking me or Cindy? Probably Cindy, since it was part of the same. It's getting quite stormy here, Tom. Very good. Okay. Yeah, it's funny because although it got quite a lot of buzz, there were some mixed reviews as well, which I saw.
You agree with that? Would it help if I told you this is Gordon being the 15th president of your church? You agree with Gordon? Don't you mind? So either it is all true or none of it's true. Yes? Then I want you to choose which door to go through based on your faith.
Are you asking us for us to deliberate our belief in the church factor, which will correspond to what's going on?
Yeah, Tom, where are you again? Somewhere in Europe, aren't you?
My own claim is that all 10,000 verifiable religions that exist in the world today are as artificial as the symbolic church you're currently standing in. It is false. There is nothing holy here. Your religious text is mere ornament, as follow and of capitalistic particular games.
Yeah, I really like this one, Cindy. The only part I wasn't so keen on was the ending. I think that lets it down a little bit. But apart from that, it's very good.
I want you to know what is going to happen to us before you choose.
I don't even know how to begin to answer that question if it hasn't happened yet.
Wow, mystery. You've introduced a lot of interesting points. I think we can admit that you're a very smart man and you still.
Yeah, I don't mind part of it. Like, I don't mind so much. I mean, spoilers if you haven't seen it, but I don't mind so much like the very end. But I mean, just some of the stuff in the basement and what have you, and with like the creature and that, which we see. Some of that stuff was a bit much. Like they shown a bit too much. But I am noticing quite a few things than I didn't on the first watch. Like him randomly having a cup that says hubby.
What have you been looking for? What have you found?
Judaism only makes up 0.2% of the world's population, but didn't even pause for the Holocaust. You make no acknowledgement of the religious persecution Jewish people have faced. You just use it as a setup to a punchline about missionaries. And then you skip over the fact that none of this addresses Islam, as Muslims don't even believe Christ was resurrected. And then you point out all the similarities these mythological gods have with Jesus, but breeze over the many glaring differences. One of these guys has a freaking bird head. In my point of view,
The delivery of that was pretty great.
belief or disbelief. I think there's an entire spectrum that you can use to neglect. So it doesn't matter what I believe, does it? Sister Paxton, you believe in God? Yes. Then let's leave through you. Let's get honest, be sincere, and let God decide what happens next year.
No, I'm going to have to do that now, Cindy. That does sound pretty funny.
Look at everything now. Thank you for all your reinforcement, and thank you for letting us.
I think one of the things I appreciate about it is that it doesn't necessarily pick a side, this movie. I mean, obviously, it's very much he's a psychopath, and that's the movie. And can they get out of it? Even though he's making some, in his own way, valid points. But I quite like that it doesn't really pick a side so much. It just works as like a horror movie. And it's almost, I think, just like a sort of a piss take of like people who, on both sides, who take like religion and this sort of thing too seriously. And of course, the two actresses were originally Mormons, so they brought that to the film, which is really good.
We might not be able to talk, but we can do it until actual work. You have no hesitation. He's coming.
I'm sure you already know this, Cindy, but Jason Takes Manhattan next Friday. That's the stream. I'm excited. I've never seen it. Might get some beers for that one. Only another 2 or 3 years and I'll be caught up with them, with those movies. Assuming they don't do one in the meantime, that is. I know we got the TV show coming out soon. But no word of any new movies. Oh, that pie does look gross. Do. Can look you in the eye like an angel. Your skin makes me cry like a feather. Beautiful. Yeah, I was saying that before. And I heard that one wasn't so great. So this seems a big step up from that. Maybe the script was more the problem with that. Because this is very well directed, so I can't see any reason why the direction wouldn't have been good in that. I don't belong here. Fuck me. What a psychopath. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, and being a bit more self-contained, like how this is mostly like a bottle type movie. And some of it is, so much about it is like the interactions. Long year.
You are now in the presence of a living prophet of God. The reason I invited you into my sanctuary tonight is because I have been shown a miracle. I believe this miracle is proof that all known religions are demonstrably false and only an ancient echo of something.
Random question, Cindy, but where do you stand on Monopoly? Are you a fan? Not so much for me. I think there are better board games. The what? Oh, of what? Monopoly. I'm only asking because of the whole thing in this with Monopoly. There you go. It's funny, there's still 45 minutes left of this, and I sort of thought once they get down here with this supposed profit, you're sort of getting towards the end there. Still a bit to go though. I've been saying it for years, Cindy. In all those rom-coms I've seen Hugh Grant in, I've been saying it, don't trust him. He's creepy. And now finally people are going to believe me. Oh, hey man, how's it going? Navneet? Is that how you say it? Navneet? Shetty? Yeah, it's a really good movie. How's it going? Yeah, he was pretty creepy. And did you see that HBO show with him and Nicole Kidman? The Undoing, something like that. It was called. It was quite creepy in that. Oh, is this the Topher Grace cameo? I think the guy at the door is Topher Grace. Getting a bit older now. Yeah, I like that one. think I covered that one on the channel. Some of it anyway. I can't remember if I did all of it. I love the shot of them looking under the door, their eyes peeping through. Reverse psychology. He's a sly one. Yeah, Topher Grace. Yeah, that was him at the door. I guess he got greyer in the last 20 years. I'm probably going to try and watch at least most of the Jaws movies this month, Cindy, as well, since it's Shark Month. I mean, it looks like Jaws is going to win that vote, so I might as well have a marathon. There's that new documentary out as well about the making of it. It's on Prime, so I'm probably going to watch it over the weekend. Oh, is he still there? I thought he left. Yeah. Some big films with 50th anniversaries. Rocky Horror is 50 years old as well this year. So that'll probably get reissued into cinemas. But more important than any of those, Cindy, The Mighty Showgirls is 30 years old this year. That's the most important thing. And I know because they're showing it at one of my local cinemas at the weekend. I'll have to message Rachel about it because even though she doesn't normally like sort of sleazy movies like that, She did tell me she enjoys that one as a guilty pleasure.
Well, now, you see, this is rather interesting because I know that one of you has been lying since you first got here. And do you know how I know that? Can I say that? I know from the fact that fire reacts to each of you. Me. Yeah, one of you has a very big secret, but we will know more soon. There will be before you saw a woman die and come back to life, and there will be after. Both will be written about it. So choose your words very carefully when I ask.
Yeah, it's just a bit convoluted, the ending, I think. That's the problem.
It didn't see something absolutely must help.
I don't know.
Because if I'm wrong, I need to hear it. That's why you're
We can try to experiment. We're in a prison. It makes sense for us to have it.
You must know by now that any of us can use whatever we want. But why would we want? After what we've seen.
I heard her describe that she was curious on the other side.
Right. What did you hear?
She said there was a conductor
Yes.
between Angel.
Yes.
She had a feeling of disassociation, a feeling that something wasn't real.
That's it. So now you know.
Now we know.
Yeah, now you know.
No.
I can show you God. If you're willing. It could be famous. It could be sacred. Like the prophets, you could be brought back. Doesn't have to be frightening at all. I'll tell you what's frightening. Not knowing is frightening. Where does it come from? What are we doing here? What's our purpose? The terror of those questions is why religions exist. I can answer those questions for you. I can give you a comfort no religion in the world is capable of giving you.
It all makes sense now. I've been asking myself all night. How is the internet killing us our idea?
Sister Barnes, you're in a muddle.
I know, I can't tell if he's playing chess or checkers.
Monopoly. Right there.
She didn't show us a miracle.
Okay, what did I show you?
That wasn't a miracle.
So you said, what did I show you?
That was not a miracle.
What did I show you?
It was a magic trick.
A magic trick.
You want to know why we don't talk about Taco Bell? California last 4 years old. 50 people are hospitalized from the E. coli outbreak. The kids at school called me Taco Bell because I was clinically dead while doctors operated on my kidneys. And I said, I saw exactly what your prophet described. A blinding light light, clouds but not heaven, and sense of wanting to return and feeling that my state of reality is real. That wasn't a prophecy. That was a near-death experience. When the oxygen leaves your brain and your heart stops pumping, your mind creates unbelievable things. I think you've been keeping this woman on the edge of death in order to ask her questions about meaningless hallucinations
eternal religion really.
I did another TV commentary, Cindy, by the way, but for Patreon, but I'm just waiting for it to clear the censors. I've appealed the decision, so hopefully it will go up.
Remembering a false correlation with the experience you just witnessed. But this is happening right now. That's why I think facts that you really need to pay attention, because I promise you we're not talking about.
If not, I can just edit the music out, because it's the music which is the issue. No, not Melrose. Damn, killing my Yellow Jackets girl, Sophie Thatcher. No, it's the Bionic Woman, Cindy. The original Bionic Woman. The pilot, just for something a bit different. More Melrose in the future, though. Yeah, 76. Because I say in the commentary, I remember watching some of the show, like the Knit spins off from The $1 Million Man. But I'm not sure if I ever watched Bionic Woman.
I'm very sorry. Something is wrong. No, she's not.
Yeah.
This is why she can't come back. Take a look. I'm very sorry. But Sister Barnes, she's a program. She's not real. She walked everywhere. Candles. No, I know. How could you?
I think if that was actually a twist, then Sister Barnes wasn't real all along. I think I would have been really pissed. Like, that would have ruined the whole film for me, no matter what had come before. It's a bit of a subversion that it's the Chloe East character who makes it out.
You will pass through death and wake up into the real world. Yes, no, maybe.
Oh yeah, yeah, very true, Cindy. Very good.
What do you think? Very well. But to challenge my premise, then I'll go for it.
I don't think this is a microchip. I think it's contraceptive.
I've not seen the other actress in anything before Chloe East. Apparently she's in that Spielberg film, The Fabelmans, but I've not seen that.
Sister Barnes says she was on birth control.
Her church would have made her feel ashamed about it, and she would have been too
So she was a real breakout in the movie.
Hypothesis is not testable, is it?
No, it's a matter of belief, like any religion. You either believe it, green door, or you don't. Trouble.
With all due respect, I don't believe it. I'm not smart enough to say why, I just don't.
Do you believe the miracle that I said?
Yes, at first.
But now,
I think something happened tonight that you didn't expect. It feels like you're improvising. You're trying to convince me of a simulation theory that's not sticking. Am I right?
are you asking me if you're right that I am improvising, or you're right that the simulation narrative is not sticking?
Yes.
High five. So, in fact, you agree with your friend. You think that the prophet was just hallucinating this near-death experience?
No. I think you switched the bodies. I just haven't figured out how yet.
I switched the bodies.
The doorbell rang when the elder got here. It drew our attention to this gift you would have been prepared for that. When I came back downstairs, I noticed the woman was in the same position as before, similar, but it was not the exact same. I think another woman who looked exactly like her came into the basement through a hidden door or something, disposed of her body, and took her place too. And then once we got back downstairs, she read off a scripted prophecy that you prepared for her. Except the last thing she said was, "It is not real." Maybe she was trying to tell us that the miracle wasn't real. You see what I mean when I say something happened that you didn't expect? I think you gave her a script and she read off the book, and now you're trying to cover it.
But if that's right, then there'd have to be another way into this place. Let's have a look. I don't think there is. No. I'm not doing very well. Just the type of thing.
Relax.
It's a little bit murder mystery, this ending with her figuring out how he did the whole thing.
Which means there'll have to be a dead body down there.
Correct.
How would you test it? But will you go into that hole and see if there's somebody down there?
If I have to,
Why would you do that?
because I want to know the truth. And because the only way out is through
But before,
something.
don't go into that cell. Unless you're prepared to discover the one true religion.
But anyway,
Sorry about the cold. You figured it out yet?
I think so.
So what is it? What is the one true religion, Sister P?
was alone in your living room. We thought you were talking to your wife, but you were doing something else.
I was.
You took a key from Sister Barnes' coat, went outside to unlock a bus and hide. I noticed your hair was wet when you came back with the drink, that you were robbing the store. You did this accident because you didn't want the elder to find a vice and came back looking for us. But there was something else on your mind.
There was.
You returned the bike into the wrong coat pocket. You thought this was a mistake you made. But now I know it wasn't.
Why?
You gave the bike lock to one of your coffins, instructed them to lock the final selling point.
But why did I do that?
Because you wanted me to know the only reason I'm standing here right now is because it is exactly where you want me to be. I'm not here because I chose to be. I'm here because you made me choose to be. Because you want me to believe the one true relationship is control.
That is exactly right. Religion is just a system of control.
It's okay.
And you see, that's what's so interesting. They don't want your help. They are exactly where they chose to be.
But you killed that woman.
I disagree. She chose to eat a poisoned pie because of her profound faith. It is called drinking the... Anyone? Kool-Aid. It is true. The ice cream these days is a little chilly and a little peckish, which I'm very sorry it is. But only for the same reason that your church goes to Hades to give out Bibles after a holiday. It's easier to control someone who has lost everything. You're absolutely right. You go on, book. The question is, why do you want that thing? You are here because the ideas of others have influenced every single decision you've made since the day you were born, and I've been able to predict every decision you've made tonight because of that. You were allowed to dictate every decision of your life.
Part of the irony of what he's saying in this bit is even though he clearly appears to be anti-religion, like him saying her life is basically predetermined from the day she was born is a very religious thing to believe. Oh, great aerial shot. Yeah. Yeah, I need to check that one out. It's like a reaction, Tom, I think, more than, but yeah. Or it might be a review, actually, I'm not sure. But I know the one you mean. Yeah, I can give her a plug, actually, while I'm on, because she's doing a live stream a bit later on. Just over 20 minutes from now. Yeah, she's good, isn't she?
Have you ever heard of the great Heretic experiment? They divided patients into groups, those who received prayers and those who didn't. The results of the study were conclusive. It doesn't work, but I think it's beautiful that we all pray for each other.
Okay. Not heard of that channel, Tom.
It's just nice to think about someone everybody just felt. Even if it's you.
Yeah, I'll cover it, Cindy. I'll make a start anyway. See how it goes. It has promise. I think because the recent films have been sort of mediocre or bad, they might as well give the show a go. Well, I think it's also based on like one of the graphic novels, isn't it? That show. Or something like that, I heard. Which at least gives them some source material to draw from. Pretty sure. Well, the butterfly, which doesn't seem to be there now, they first saw right near the start of the movie. So that set that up. And of course, it's Sophie Thatcher singing this version of Knocking on Heaven's Door. She's got a good voice. Yeah, Tom Skeller would be getting on now. You mean apart from Sigourney Weaver, of course, Tom. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, he was at least 50s in that. Probably one of my favourite songs ever, and I still can't believe Guns N' Roses did the original. That's the amazing thing. Although written by Bob Dylan, apparently, so maybe he did the original, and theirs was the cover. That would make more sense, I guess. Unless he wrote it for them. I'll have to do some research. Okay, good stuff, guys. Thanks for hanging out. So as I said, next Friday, Friday the 13th, it will be Jason Takes Manhattan, a watch of that. And there will be streams throughout the week as well. Thanks, Tom. Thanks, Cindy. Take care, guys. See you soon.